Okay, cool. It is recording, and y'all are currently seeing me get my butt whooped. This is my first time hopping on Tekken 8, and welcome back down to Get Down. It's your boy Romel.
And your boy Derek.
Appreciate y'all sliding through. So currently, you guys are seeing gameplay. This is our first time playing online against each other. My first time getting hands on Tekken 8. So far, I'm loving it.
Yeah, first I'm playing against an actual human.
Facts. But yes, y'all. We also have a recurring guest, one of the members of the DWG family. We have Heavenly Sequoia. How you feeling? Appreciate you coming through again.
It's the fact that y'all started y'all's intro, then started talking more about the game, and then introduced me.
You feel me?
That's
It's
his
like
fault.
that is my fault. That is my fault. We started. He started whooping my ass real quick. I said, "Wait, hold up now." But y'all, we are. This game is not only going to be about Tekken 8. This is just something that we're playing in the background. But we're going to get to the real thing.
It's because we're Kung Fu fighting.
We're Kung Fu fighting, and if you guys haven't seen it already, spoiler alert, we may drop some of those in here. But we are reviewing Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yay.
Yay!
So
I mean,
first impressions, how did you like it?
well, I'll let Heavenly go first. What was your first impressions?
I really liked it. I really did. I feel like it was like an ending to a beginning, which I mean, obviously that's what it was. But I think they really did a nice little thing with this one.
I feel that. I feel that. As far as on my end, first impressions, it was a fun movie. It was a very fun movie, which typically Kung Fu Panda usually delivers. How about yourself?
Me, I didn't really care for it. it it just kind of seemed like it should have been a part of the episodes, like the series, the show.
hmm
Like it didn't seem like it was good enough to be a movie, honestly. And I also wanted the Furious Five to be in there more than just not talking at the end. Because I fuck with the Furious Five, and it just I don't know, it was weird.
I mean, I feel that. As far as going, I did think they could have done more. It makes sense, but I do feel like it was kind of. I don't know if it's Kung Fu Panda's been out for a while now that I think about it. As far as when the first one came out, but it did feel soon for him to have a predecessor. I don't know if anybody else felt like that, but that's how I felt.
Well, I guess it goes based off of like he needs to already train the predecessor, and like he wouldn't live as long as Uguay because like Uguay's a turtle, so I guess that's like the
hmm
difference.
I don't know. Like as far as going through it, when I guess to elaborate a little bit on fun, it felt more like it felt like a kids movie, straight to the point. Um, it like as far as pose upgrade, he was doing what he was doing, and I did enjoy the fact that as far as being the Dragon Warrior, it was like he mastered that. Like he had that shit down pat. Like it was no struggle for him is pretty much through the movie, but I like to see him do that already. But it was kind of like dang, like I see the direction, but I don't know. How did you feel about the predecessor in general?
I mean, I don't know. It just I didn't really care for her, but I will say that this is the first movie to make me not like absolutely hate Aquafina. So I mean, I guess they did good with that.
I'm dead. You didn't like her and Raya?
We we absolutely hated that movie, and also
Oh,
I just don't genuinely like her in anything because her voice is annoying. But hell, her voice is annoying, and for some reason, when they have her in movies, they have her be like try to be overly funny, and because
They
she's
do.
the main character, kind of, and Poe is naturally supposed to be like the funny person, she wasn't meant to be like, oh, I have to be like the funny character because that's
It
what
was
Poe was.
subtle. It was very
So
subtle.
like anytime she had like a funny part, it wasn't like forced necessarily. So like that was like a major difference to like the way that you normally like encounter her.
Hmm.
So I fucked with that part. But as far as the movie, I was like, eh. Also, it felt like I was watching the movie waiting for like something more. And then like when the ending happened, I was like, that was it.
That's exactly how I felt. I immediately looked to see if there was like some after credits or anything like that. And then once I seen there was like no, I was like, oh, okay. Like it just I did tell him that like it felt very rushed. Like I felt like it wasn't really an hour and like 30 minutes long. Like it felt like maybe like a good actual 30 minutes. Not gonna lie.
Like there was a build up that never got released.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
fight scene was like it was so
The
quick.
the fight scene was barely even a fight scene.
Yeah.
Like it was really just them doing one thing, fighting her, and then well, not even fighting her, running away from her most of it.
High key. High key, they would run away from her. It was like I saw it coming. Like everything was low key predictable. But like
And like
that's yeah,
the fight with her and Poe, right?
yeah.
It could have been so cool
That was tough.
if she it could have been so cool if she didn't turn into that abomination she turned into all for like what, a few seconds.
She low key like that was she did was lackluster with that because like that trope is always played out as far as like the villain trying to absorb all the powers and shit, and like they could have she could have lasted longer with that, or at least I feel like she could have took over like the lands and took over like had, instead of just being over that one area. Oh, and like I just thought about it. That brings up another point. The fact that he was a dragon warrior and went to another area and they were like, "Who the fuck is that?" That threw me off a little bit. I was like, I thought the dragon warrior was known across like the entire like world or some shit. This nigga
Well,
was
he is in like the show, which is weird too because the Furious Five went to different regions, so people know who the Furious Five is. So it doesn't really make sense for like them to not know who the Dragon Warrior is.
that's what I was thinking.
And
I was
like no,
yeah.
and it'd be different if they knew him by name and not by face, but they just never heard of it.
That's why I was like this doesn't. I don't know why they did that. That was the only that part did rub me the wrong way a little bit.
Yeah, and it just seemed like his predecessor was like already better than him,
Hmm.
which is weird.
It was like they played off the thing, uh, her like being advanced and she can do everything correctly, and she was pretty good at what she was doing, but it was her moral compass that was fucked up, and he was a pure person.
Yeah, but like I don't know, learning that one spirit move just seems weird. Like learning it within a day.
I thought they tried to pull it off like they did some type of that journey. I guess was longer than what it was because they had a little training in it.
No, he showed her that in a night though. He didn't train her. They traveled there probably more days, but like he showed her that in one night because the dude was like, after tonight, y'all got to go, but you can stay right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did show him then. Oop, earned the trophy. Earned the trophy. But I was about to say, were there any like special points that you guys thought about that was like, okay, this kind of saved it for me. Like it's not a completely like bad movie, but this part I was like, this is my saving grace. Did you guys have any of that?
No.
Nah.
Damn.
And it's not to say that this movie was bad. It just seems like it should never have been made.
I feel like it was really missing like a lot of things in there that could have either made it longer or could have made like not every scene but almost every scene something worth watching.
Yeah, because like honestly, this and this is like the issue that I have, which is so weird because like DreamWorks has an amazing track record with making like really good trilogies and then fucking up like the fourth movie.
That's true, because Shrek the Fourth was not rememberable.
Yeah, and this one is just not rememberable. It's not bad, just like how Shrek the Fourth wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's just not. It doesn't have any like memorable parts. You're not gonna hear niggas say, "Oh man, remember Kung Fu Panda 4?" Nah, I don't.
No, I really, for real, that's facts.
And I
But
literally saw it like a few days ago, and I'm struggling to remember some of the scenes that happened in it. And we were the only two people in the theater.
when no, we had a group full of kids.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh.
But y'all
talk about
go
it.
at different. Yeah. Okay. So would you say that the people that you were in there with kind of affected your enjoyment of the movie too?
For me, low key. Low key. Because there were like these little like middle schooler like little boys sitting in a row in front of us, and they would just be talking loud, and they would start running out of the theater, run back. Like it was just a lot going on. So I feel like I was watching the movie, but I wasn't really watching the movie at the same time because I was like, if you don't shut up, oh my god, shut up. Like it was just ugh.
The hell was that?
They have like certain cinematics on here.
But no, facts. They it was a lot of commotion. But at the same time, what's crazy? We did get there super early.
Hmm.
What time did y'all go?
The movie started like what? We got there maybe 30 minutes ahead of time.
No, we got there like 15 minutes before because the movie was at 3.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
were
that's
able to.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we went to ours at 5.
Oh, that's funny.
So, but I guess the difference with that too is, well, no, they were on spring break, but I guess people were just getting off work at 5, so they probably just didn't bring their children up there.
yeah. I was like, there was a lot going on. So, but I think it was already doing it. It slowed down towards the middle of the movie, but towards that during that moment, oh, got me.
Oh my god! So what pissed me off was during like the fight scene, when like his I forgot her name, but I'm just calling she was a fox. So the fox, when she got the staff, she did the little power move or whatever, and them little kids just started not laughing but clapping so loud.
Oh yeah, they did clap at random moments.
They they were like, "Oh my gosh," she said, "Kablooey."
And I was just like, where are your parents?
They were there. They're right there, ignoring them.
That is what I hate. I hate the people that bring their children to a movie theater or any environment and then let their children like do random shit and don't parent their children because it ruins the experience for other people. And I get it, right? They ruin your experience when you go out, but they not my fucking kids. I will hit your child.
I will do what you want.
Because like when we go to see Godzilla and King Kong, and we go see it in like IMAX, a fucking child better not ruin that experience for me. I will catch a case.
Yeah, I will fuck it up.
Quick
I don't
side
know.
note:
Yeah,
the chick you're using, she knows the Mishima style.
I see the lightning. But you have Paul. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, nigga
None of
playing
that
speed and
matters.
shit. Strongest in the universe.
I'm loving the visuals.
It is. It's a beautiful looking game. Like as far as graphic wise, they upgraded like a motherfucker.
So I want people to know I'm trying something that I've never tried before, and it's also the reason that I'm getting fucked up because I'm not used to playing like this. I'm playing in the. It's like you set the controller down and you hold the analog stick with one hand, and then you move the buttons like you're playing like at an arcade.
Okay, so you basically use your fingertips to move the analog stick, and then
Yeah,
It's
like
low
I'm
key like
moving.
you're playing on my keyboard and my mouse. You know how my mouse like just has like that
oh
dot part
yeah,
that moves.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the game board thing that people be using when they play fighting games.
Hmm.
That's essentially what I'm doing with the controller. Uh, the shit hurts a little bit, like when I'm using the buttons part, but it's working a little bit. I kind of like it.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
doing
we're gonna.
work.
It makes combos like easy. I cheated kinda, so
He's actually.
every win counts. But honestly, I mean, like it just kind of seems like if they would have made like a How to Train Your Dragons like 4,
Hmm.
it would also be kind of pointless. Kind of like how this movie just seemed like it didn't really have any purpose unless they like go make new shit with her, I guess.
That's true. It would have to be. Honestly, do you think that like as
Kung
far
Fu
as far as marketing,
Fox.
they didn't really market it well at all. Like I don't remember like really seeing Kung Fu Panda 4 getting hyped up like that. You remember when like Cars 3 came out? Like when you saw that commercial of Lightning McQueen being upside down and all you heard was sounds and then the car wreck and then you see this motherfucker like upside down and they just cut the clips. That shit had my heart stop.
See, but the difference you got to think about it too. A lot of motherfuckers don't watch normal TV. Like I saw the trailers for it all the time, and that's only because I watch like we watch like Hell's Kitchen and like Next Level Chef. So like those are the only times I watch like normal television. So like I saw it like all the time when we were doing stuff like that.
But I was talking about, well, that still goes into them a little bit of bad marketing because I wasn't really seeing that, like seeing any people on YouTube promote it or as far as TikTok, unless really just my algorithm just wasn't really for it.
It might have just been your algorithm because I mean they don't promote a lot of movies on TikTok anyways.
I saw it on Instagram.
Mm.
On YouTube, I saw it on Instagram and Facebook. On YouTube, I mean, you're not going to see anybody do anything unless they're doing like a review for the trailer, which there are people that did. Um, and then you have to consider how many things do you like, how many streaming services do you have that have ads?
That's true.
So if you don't have any ad, I mean, it's not their marketing. You just didn't see it.
Because I remember seeing it a little bit. Like I knew it was coming out, but then it was like, damn, I was like, damn, this whole kind of crept up on me.
Now, I didn't know when it was coming out, but that's just purely because
I did. I was ready.
I oh, yeah, Ali was too. I just didn't know.
I thought they were gonna do some Street Fighter thing.
I did too.
Nice. But yeah, I'm about to say, how do y'all feel about as far as rating on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd probably give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7.
That deep sigh. She just
I
gave.
said a 7, 7.5.
Yeah, I think I walked out with a good 7. So I was like, it's a solid movie. Something to put on in the background if it's just on. Like if it pops up on Netflix, I feel like it's one of those like, yeah, I throw it on.
Yeah, it's one of those good. Are you still watching?
Facts. Are you still watching? I'm not.
But I don't know. And then it was also annoying that they kept having to preference that he has two dads. I don't care. I don't
They
care
had to
about
make
his.
sure they had to make sure that I
Had to
did
make
think that
sure
little
they
situation
knew they were
was funny.
progressive.
Their story was low key more interesting.
Their like literally their dynamic was more interesting than the movie. I just didn't care about that. Also, I would have to look and see. But did his dad sound different to you?
I don't know. I think it was
Because
the
like
fact that he had more dialogue that was like casual.
no, I mean like his dad normally has dialogue, but I don't
But
know.
I'm
I
talking
guess
about he was
it
more
might have
serious
been
in the past.
no, not really. I think it's just because he sounded more. I don't know. I guess because he sounded more whiny. Maybe I don't know. What if this reaches?
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit.
Because he was like worried, so he sounded more like whiny or something.
hmm
But I don't know. To me, like I thought that they had got a different voice actor at first for the duck character, but I don't know. I might have been wrong.
I will say I did love the dads. Like their whole thing was funny, especially like in the bar. Like,
This will go one of two ways.
one of two ways, man. Oh, that whole bar scene was that, bro. They put those folks through the ringer. They thought
I will
that.
say, I enjoyed the bar scenes just because of it's gonna
Oh,
sound bad,
getting
but
her
the
again.
torture of the animals,
oh my god,
the
keep
torture of the
stirring.
rabbits.
Even during the fight, keep stirring.
Keeps bro. I was she like no. What you say to me
Oh,
during it? You were like, is he? Did she say keep
by
cooking
the way,
yourself?
yeah, she did. I
Um,
want you to see if you guys recognize who this is, because I made him look as close to him as possible.
is that supposed to be Retsu from
Yeah,
Baki?
yeah, yeah.
I'm dead.
It's Retsu.
Okay, so I'm so glad I said the name right in my head.
Kyle Retsu.
Because you would have lost me. But yeah,
Ooh.
just for their bar to fall in, what was it, like the river? The lake?
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't know I could do that.
and I felt it coming too. I was like, oh, they're gonna fall, and I was like, they're not gonna fall.
They can run into each side.
No, when they were going up those big ass stairs, and he
Oh
kept
my
having to pick him
gosh.
up to throw him a little bit, and then he fell, and I was like, damn. And then he was like, at the end, they didn't even get anywhere.
I was like, all right. But it was another part that I just thought about that kind of threw me off. So I think it was funny that they had the criminals still have that energy and those crazy bunnies be like evil, but I felt like they should have still had that like personality switch of like, you know what I'm saying? Like they stayed was like, oh yeah, if I do good things now, I can do violence later.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They're all fucking
Yeah.
lunatics. Like, it made no sense for them to have any other character depth. I
Uh,
did think the little rabbits were funny.
Those little things were crazy.
It'd be funny if they would have brought the rabbits in to be like the new Furious Five. Like they would have started training those folks.
Oh god. That'd be
That would
horrible.
be terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be horrible.
Imagine them in there. They probably would have cleared that
They're low key
training.
cannibals.
hmm
hmm
But I don't know. It's just there's a lot in the movie that, like I said, it just feels like it should have been a part of the TV show and just like an hour long episode of like the TV show they used to have,
hmm
and not like a movie.
Yeah, it could have been. It also could have just been a special. Like, it could have been like a. They could have.
Like how their holiday specials are.
No, not even a holiday special. They could have low key dropped that on Netflix, like as like a premiere, and it'd be like a limited series of like ending it off of giving everybody closure of Kung Fu Panda.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I
And
mean,
he could have been
honestly,
older.
it's kind of weird too because like Kung Fu Panda is not a movie that I need closure on.
Mm-mm.
Like, especially because you have the show that came out after stuff too, and like How to Train Your Dragons. I understand putting closure in that, but they've also put it in the movie. So like, you don't need to have a whole another movie to have closure, which is something that I think is the problem too with a lot of movies. They think that they need to have a whole nother movie just so people can have closure when you could just include it in the shit.
Well, that brings up the question: do you think this would be more of a cash grab?
Oh, I mean, absolutely, but you know,
But hey, the kids loved it.
Yeah,
yeah. I
they
mean,
clap.
as long as as long as the kids liked it, then I
Hmm.
guess it don't really matter, you know.
They scored a big one.
They did. They clapped and they enjoyed their little themselves. I guess
I
that's
want
what
you to
all
know,
matters.
me stopping wasn't planned. My hand got tired.
I love how like there's little mini pauses and you just like hear the game.
Because all of a sudden you just hear it. We'll get caught into it.
Yeah, it's happened a little bit.
Oh,
It'd be like that.
well, we apologize greatly for that.
I don't
But
apologize for shit. I've been waiting for this game for months.
I'm dead. Well, we are at 26 minutes, guys. I'm about to say.
Honestly, this movie doesn't really deserve a longer review. We pretty much
Ab-
said everything.
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not. Because if God for sure was like, that's where the pauses started coming in. That's how you know. We were like,
I was running out of
yeah,
shit to say.
yeah. But I'm glad you guys, if you guys have stuck around this long, we do appreciate y'all because as far as this, if you have made it to this point, just think about it like this: Kung Fu Panda is literally about to be the equivalent of what I feel like Toy Story 4 is about to be. Maybe a disappointment as well. If they haven't already dropped that, have they dropped that yet?
Toy Story 4? I didn't even remember they were making that.
I thought they
And I,
did.
and I don't care.
See, it's like you gotta let good things die sometimes.
Honestly, like, they didn't even need to make the last one. No,
Now Toy Story 3 was a
this is
banger.
Toy
I'm not gonna
Story.
lie.
No. This is Toy Story 5.
Yeah, they had a fifth one.
Damn.
Yeah,
So
I'm
what was
talking
the
about Toy
fourth
Story
one?
4. The fourth one is the one where
Oh, it's what, Forky?
Woody. Yeah, I guess the one when Woody like got out and he was like with all the other ones and he met like his, I don't know what the fuck they were, friend, and
That's when he decided
they
not to
had
go back to
like,
being the kid, like being with the kids.
yeah, he decided to like go on the playground and like stay on the playground or some shit. I don't know. It was dumb.
I don't know. But all in all, I'm about to say, huh?
Nothing. That was pretty much it.
Okay, for sure.
Oh,
About
but also, oh my bad. One more thing. They're making
one
they're making a
more
new
thing.
yeah, Chucky. They're making Shrek, right? The new one.
Yeah.
Do we know what that's about yet? Or?
You know, I don't know. I don't know.
No, but I'm excited. I will watch that.
I will watch
See,
it too.
I'm cool with them making another Shrek only because like technically Shrek doesn't have an end
Mm-mm.
to it. It's just like a
Random
continuous
stories.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can set your shows up like that, when that you can set it up like that, and yeah, it can have longevity. But some of those movies did fall flat, so I am a little skeptical about this one.
Excuse me?
Well, like the last one did. The one with what's his name?
Chimichangas?
The last one I remember is the Do the Roar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in that
one-
movie.
Oh, I
So-
don't remember that part. The only thing I remember is Do the War and I Love You, Daddy.
the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, and also the little nigga when they were gonna sign the thing, looking like he was about to bust a nut.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah. When they were like trying to sign the thing, and he's just like, "Yeah, sign it, do it."
He did. That shit was weird. This shit was weird, buddy. I was like, what
I
was
mean, there are a lot of weird things in Shrek, okay, that are only for adults to catch, and that
Shrek be
was one
getting
of
off.
them.
But that one is the only thing that, like, out of context and even in context, when you watch just that part, it makes me uncomfortable.
It's for greed. He was greedy. It was
Nigga was
making him horny.
That man was like, excited. Boy
Come on,
started
do it.
sweating.
I love that he called his
not have
animal
shirt on
Fifi.
after.
Uh-huh. But no, with the new one coming out, isn't supposedly somebody dead? Isn't Fiona dead? Or something like that? Or was that like the fan made one?
I feel like that
That's
was
probably
honestly the
fan-made
fan made one.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't really make sense for her to be dead. She might like be in trouble, which is why Puss would be going back to Far Far Away. But if y'all saw Puss in Boots.
Yeah, we saw that.
right?
That was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that one.
Oh, hold on, my controller. I was like, why am I not moving? Okay, I'm good.
And I liked how vibrant the movie was.
No,
Yes.
no perfects over here. Only me.
I know. I was like, you gotta get your some in because I hit you when you weren't even paying attention. Well, your stuff had died.
No, you're good. My cord's on the floor, and since it's setting down, I didn't want to set it like plugged up. I didn't want it to fuck up the way that the thing is.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
anywho,
well,
Kung Fu
anyway,
Panda, go check it out for yourself, I guess.
I was
I call
like,
my dog. That's so cool.
what the hell? All right, Heavenly, you got any final thoughts on Kung Fu Panda before we get on out of here?
Don't expect too much. Like I said, it's the end of a new beginning. That's it.
It's the end of the world. All right,
I was gonna
copyright.
say that, but I don't want them to copyright it.
I don't
Also, just to give people expectation, if you're expecting to see Tai Lung actually do something, he's not. So
He
don't
was
have
bait.
your hopes up for
He was saved.
Tai Lung. But I actually okay. One last thing, I do fuck with the fact that Tai
One
Lung
more thing.
actually. I fucked with the fact that Tai Lung acknowledges him as the Dragon Warrior, and he's perfectly fine with him being the Dragon Warrior now that he's like proved himself,
Yes, it was
Yeah, that
absolutely
part
And he's
wasn't.
not-
That was nice.
and he's not like really a villain. Like he is kinda, but he's just like, you know what? I guess you're okay, fatty.
right. Like, let me see what you got. Prove me wrong. And that's exactly what he did.
Tell me something good.
And then he was like, "Send me home now. I'm ready to go."
The crazy part,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that was that one more
Because I
thing
thought
that
he
I
was gonna try
like.
to stay.
I did like the fact that Poe was like, yeah, I could have got out there at any moment. He was just tripping.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
that was hard.
but when you the only problem I have with that too is when you really think about it, because of that, technically the whole fight that they had, he could have just won it with no difficulty.
Mhm.
He just chose to struggle.
The
He
whole
did.
thing, the
I
whole thing
said
was a
that.
struggle. For why?
Just to see if she was going to be the Dragon Warrior.
So he probably knew it the whole time. He was on some
Well,
the
I mean,
old
that's
turtle stuff.
well, that's what he was saying. You know, when you know, you know.
That is true. That is true. Well,
And he was in denial.
he was.
So
Well, I can understand that because of the fact that that was his dream since he was a child, and he finally got it. And so it's like, I'm not old, I'm still young, I can still move.
yeah, he didn't know there was more
Why do I
to
have
it.
to? Yeah, why do I have to? Give it up? Because technically, if Uwe didn't die, he probably could have been the Dragon Warrior even longer.
hmm
But I mean, he can still do Dragon Warrior shit technically.
Yeah, it's still little. It ain't
He
never
just won't be
left.
called Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
like,
a
he won't be called-
spiritual person now.
Spiritual leader.
Spiritual leader.
He's just Poe. He went back to just Poe.
Man, ain't finna go fight with the Furious Five. He finna make the Furious Six. He was like, I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all.
That's all I got.
Me too.
Well, you gotta pause for a second. Gotta wait on me. And one more thing.
No, I'm good.
Nah, you good. You guys best with you. But yeah, appreciate y'all coming through.
One more thing. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I forgot something.
uh, yeah, appreciate. I forgot to do the outro. Appreciate y'all coming through for another installment of Down with the Get Down. If you guys like what you hear, let us know anything down in the comments, your feelings and thoughts on that, and some of the